Hey everybody, it's Annette. Tonight we're going to work on making some soaps. This is using the goat's milk soap base. Melt and pour, very easy method to use. I'm used to getting the one, and if you can find them with the squares that have the cubes in there, I find that's much easier. I did get 2 pounds of this. There's another square of it. It is more cumbersome to cut. But the squares for my molds, I've got it written down how many. This is a little bit guesswork with this type of cube. So you're going to need all your supplies. You're going to need a cutting board, good enough for your soap molds. This is a 3D silicone soap mold. It made this fairy. We've got another 3D soap mold, and then this will be the daisies. Very pretty pattern. Also, I'm going to do some sweet marjoram, and I will add colorant to 1 or 2 of them. This keeps my hands from bleeding. Out of goat's milk soap right now, and this has been sitting on my counter for a couple weeks, so we're going to get started. I've already cut up some squares, so when you're trying to figure out what your mold needs, just kind of stick some squares in there, and you'll probably need more. Again, I'm used to working off the one that's already got the pre-cut squares, so we're going to take that, and then we're going to put that in a Pyrex measuring cup. And I'm going to cut some more, and I'll get back to this video in a little bit. All right, part 2, we're going to take our cubes, and I don't ever fill it up all the way because that's just my preference. I want them to have a good, easy melt without burning. So I melt them at 15 seconds until they're where I want them to be. Nothing gets burnt. It's very easy on them. So we're just going to watch this go round and round. Goat's milk soap is very nourishing for your hands. This is a very easy craft to make, a very easy product, very good on your skin. If you've got sensitive skin and regular soaps at the store make your hands bleed, this is just what I use year round. I just happened to run out. And goat's milk soap is getting very, very expensive. I'm not talking about the melt and pour. The melt and pour soap base is getting expensive, but the soaps that you see at the farmer's market, they are, and it's because everything that they touch is costing more. So I totally get why they're having to do that, and there is a lot of work in processes, and you're dealing with lye, and just it's complicated. So what I want is a nice, smooth, creamy base. And I've got that now. So I'm going to cut this off, and we're going to take it to the soap molds and start pouring. I forgot to show you these molds. These are the little praying angels, the girls and the boys. I think they're just adorable. Since I'm going to add colorant to the next batch, I'm just going to do these white. I'm going to add some sweet marjoram, essential oil drops. It makes such a good smelling soap. It's just such an uplifting herb and fragrance. So you just hold it over your mold and just start pouring. That's why it's called melt and pour. We're not going to get 4 out of this, but it doesn't matter. We're going to get what we can get. Again, I have it written down on the other paper for the cubes because the cubes are consistent in size. So right now I got a 3D fairy, I've got the praying boy and girl, and I'm going to cut this off, melt some more, and then we'll add some colorant to it. I'll show you how to do that. It's really fun. All right, I've got the next round melted and ready to pour. I'm just going to take these 3 molds and see what happens. We're going to use what we can use on them. Again, I'm going to add some sweet marjoram. And you can do it unscented if that's what you like. It's entirely up to you. This is some colorant. On the colorant, you're going to want to be very conservative with it. A little goes a long way, and you don't want it so doused in colorant that it comes off. I've heard of some people mixing in color and then they go too heavy, and then it's turning the bottom of their bathtub a little pink. So we're just going to put enough to get where we want. We're going to blend it really well. Kind of like a Pepto-Bismol pink going on here. But I'm using a soft, uplifting fragrance, so this color will do well with it. So I definitely want to do the daisy mold. It makes a nice big bar soap. And then, don't know if I'll have enough to do this one. We're going to go with a smaller fairy mold, very detailed, beautiful mold. So let's add some to that. Awesome. And then top off this. And hey, what the heck? Still have the little girl slot here. Fill at the bottom of that. That's going to give me like the hotel sliver. But it doesn't matter. As long as I have some soap. By tomorrow, these will be ready to pull out of the mold. And I will probably just hold off on this video till you can see that done. Now, as far as like avoiding some bubbles, forgot to tell you, a little bottle of alcohol that I keep in here, rubbing alcohol, you're going to mist it. And bubbles are gone. So we will do the unveiling tomorrow and finish out this video, but that is how you do melt and pour soaps. I have gotten most of my molds on eBay. If you're wanting something that's really cute, that's going to have detail like this, just key in 3D soap mold. Again, that's 3D soap mold. Wherever you buy, Amazon, eBay, wherever you buy your things, and you'll find some beautiful, beautiful designs. And if you know specifically what you want, you can narrow it down even more. There are so many to pick from out there. So hope y'all have a great night, and we'll see what these turn out like tomorrow. Love y'all. Happy Wednesday evening, everybody. Our molds have set, and we are ready to release them. So when you're ready to release your soap mold, I'm just going to put it on some wax paper, and then I'll place the ones that I want to use right now, one in the bathroom, one in the kitchen, and the rest of them you can store them in a cool, dark place. You can put regular zip bags, little quart bags or whatever, they'll fit in, and that'll be just fine. So got our mold here. I'm just going to kind of go easy on this. This is a 3D mold. And this is our mermaid. I'm like so tickled. Then this one, I bumped it a little last night, so the bottom's not going to be pretty. I don't care. I'm using it. This is the daisy mold. So this one is a different It's a thicker silicone, so I just kind of just popped it out. There's a little extra piece there. I love the detail on this one. That's one of my favorite molds. I love the 3D molds. I guess this is kind of like a 3D mold, but this like makes a nice size bar of soap, and it lasts a good while. Oh, it smells so pleasant. I love sweet marjoram. This one is our little fairy. I am going to kind of loosen up a little bit. This is a very delicate mold. This one is very detailed, but again, it's going to gently press. Oh, Miss Fairy don't want to come out. Like pull her out and decapitate her. All right. There's our fairy. All in one piece, head intact. And these are the praying boys and girls. Start off with the big ones first, because this one, we use the remnants of that soap. So I'm just going to just kind of hold these over the wax mold. Pop them out. Wax mold, wax paper. All right. Little boy angel praying. And our little girl. Another little boy. So for comparison on the molds, this is not as deep a mold set, but it just makes such a cute little soap. I really like these. I think they're sweet. But that's kind of the difference in that. And then the one I was teasing about, our hotel soap mold. We're not going to waste anything, so we are going to definitely use this one too. Another little girl with angel. So you have like two choices. If you're going to use, again, put what you're not going to use right now in little zippy bags. And if you're going to pour again and use the same oil, it's perfectly fine to reuse these molds. But if you're going to put another fragrance in here, I just stick these on the top rack of the dishwasher. Even these squishy molds, they do well. They hold up well in the dishwasher. Maybe put it on a light cycle or something like that. I've never had a problem with that before. So I'm either going to pour some more tomorrow with the same scent, or depending on my time constraints, I may just call it a day, put these in the dishwasher, and then pick up later on. This that you're looking at right here took 1 pound of soap. Goat's milk soap base. Your soap base is going to run between $9 to $10 a pound, depending where you get it. Again, I recommend if you can get the ones that have the squares already in them. I call them pre-cut squares, but then all you have to do is just kind of cut the squares. It's a lot easier to cut into than the block that I got. And that was the first time I bought it, simply because of convenience and price. But it still made beautiful soap. But next time I order it, I will go with the little one that's pre-cut with the squares. And then I have my paper telling me exactly how many squares per mold. And as you try new molds, you're just going to have to practice and learn how many cubes you're going to need in each slot. And that's a learning thing. Once you learn it and you write it down one time, then you have something to reference going forward. So these are our soaps. Very smooth. My hands feel amazing. I've only used it a few times with what we had left in the Pyrex container, a Pyrex measuring cup, I'm sorry. And it's already just making such a big difference. So happy crafting, everybody. If you do any of these, or you decide when you want to try it, I'd love to know what your experience is. What kind of mold did you use? What do you like? Did you find something super cute? Let the rest of us know. Love y'all, and I'll talk to you later.